Hello, Mark here from jazzguitarlessons.net. So this is a follow-up to the drop 2 video. So today drop 3, one number above. We're going to go pretty much through the same process. The idea is, I think that you can learn drop 3s or drop 2s in 3 steps. The first step being understanding the theory, but just how does it, where does it come from really? And then finding a good fingering, then playing it through the scales. Those are the 3 steps really. So the first idea to understand the drop 3 is, once again, to go back and to look at what arrangers did and where the terminology comes from. So if you look at a voicing, oh yeah, today we're going to be in the key of G major. You love it. G, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, right? Okay, so let's just look at a G major 7 voicing. And now we don't really have a practical way to play this open unless we do something like this. We need an F sharp note somewhere, right? So there's no really a good way to play it in thirds, but the chord, the notes within the chord is G, B, D, and F sharp. G, B, D, and F sharp. The principle behind the drop 3 voicing is to take the third note from the top and to take it down an octave, once again, as this comes from arranging for orchestras and when you write for horns and violins and stuff like that. So the drop 3, all the theory you need to know is not relating to learning a bunch of scales and modes and then going for progressions. No. The thing that we need to know is, here's a drop 3, it sounds like this, and you finger it like this. It is G, muted string, F sharp, B, and D. And that's it. So your step 1, understanding the theory, well, you understand how the notes are laid out on the guitar, that you have a root note that's on your 6th string, then an empty string, a muted string, and then the 3 other notes on top. So this is G major 7. Now, the step 2 is to find a good fingering, and well, that's it, we got it. And the third step is to take this through the scale, and since we chose G major, I chose G major because it lays really nicely on the fretboard. Start at the 3rd fret, you wind up here and back down, but we'll take the same voicing through the scale, meaning that we will be playing but with 4 voices at once. All the notes are going to go to the next note within the scale, but by staying on the same set of strings, right? But first, a little theory, coffee break. We need to know the 7/7 chords within the G major scale. Those chords are G major 7, A minor 7, B minor 7, C major 7, D7, E minor 7, 6, and F sharp minor 7 flat 5, also known as F sharp half diminished. So we will play those slowly. Of course, you can always look at the blog post for fingerings and the tabs and all the explanations, right? You ready? Look at the fretboard here. G major 7, A minor 7, B minor 7, C major 7, D7, E minor 7, F sharp minor 7 flat 5. So if this is too hard, or if you're lacking frets here, you take it down here. F sharp minor 7 flat 5, and then G major 7 again. And that's it. Really, that's all there is to it. If you want to learn drop 3s, you see that, once again, this is the tip of the iceberg. We only looked at the major scale, and we only looked at those chords. But you see that we have major 7th chord voicings shapes. We have minor 7ths, we have one dominant 7th one, the D7, and we have a minor 7 flat 5. So any shape that you learned here, say your C major 7 here, is the same. And you can play it in any key just by transposing the root with your big string, right? So if you didn't do so already, you should probably look at the other video, which is called drop 2 voicings, which is the same thing as we did in this video, but we did in C major. But just by looking at the other video and by looking at this video here, we have 14 chords that you can play. And if you start transposing them just by moving them fret by fret by just changing the bass root, the name of the bass note, then you get a lot of chords. Not an infinite amount of chords, but you still get a lot of things. So in my opinion, once again, that's how I started the other video. I say, well, you get a lot more out of it when you know where it's coming from and how it works, rather than just looking at a chord shape, say, all right, this is G major 7, let's just play it like this. Now you kind of know where it comes from. Heads up, you should and you could probably, let's say you could and you should, let's do it backwards, learn this in melodic minor. So you look at the 7/7 chords in melodic minor, harmonic minor if you're a more advanced player, or other scales, and you see that by taking one voicing and by moving it up and down a single scale, you get a lot more bang for your buck, basically. Alright, so that's it for today. My name is Mark from jazzguitarlessons.net. Improve your jazz guitar playing with a real teacher, and I'll see you soon. Take care.